Well, hi everyone, and a happy Thursday to everyone. It's kind of a weird day today for me. I did a bunch of yard work and the wind was kind of blowing around. So, anyway. Let's see if I can get here. Cut into the chat comment. And as always, there may not be anyone here tonight, but I'm here. And Luna, also nickname, I don't know why I call her that, Boopy. Yes, I do know why I call her that, because she jumps around a lot sometimes, and it's like she boops around. Come on, Boopy. Come on. There you go. Yes. Oh, okay. Enough. Hey, I put on makeup. You're going to lick it all off. There. There's my girl. Sometimes I wonder if I used to be in a live chat on Thursday evenings. And I really like this person who does the live chat, but the only thing that I didn't like is that, I'm sorry, periodically he would have a drink of beer or something. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is that he would have a burp. And then people would, on a scale of 1 to 10, they would post what they thought of the burp. I don't know. After a while, I just got tired of it. It's not a hate thing, but it was just a thing. So anyway, so I'm just going to use this until someone comes in, or if no one comes in, you can watch this on chat replay. And welcome to everyone who is watching on chat replay. I really appreciate that. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to take off my glasses and I'm going to put on these other glasses that actually I bought in Mexico. Look at the glare. And they were supposed to put an anti-glare coating on it. And I really like them because the frames are purple, but probably not a good look for a video chat. So I'm going to take them off. And these are my Sam's Club glasses. So anyway, a lot less glare. Apparently they did put the clear coating on. So what I've been up to, I braved the world yesterday. I went to have my hair colored. You can see no more grays, and cut. And this is kind of like my normal length that I've had for about 100 years. But if you have very thin and fine hair, it kind of works to have a blunt cut and just a regular bob. So anyway, so I did that yesterday, and I got an oil change for my car at Wally World because, I don't know, I hate to go in those places and wait, especially now with COVID-19. I just hate to sit and wait. So I got my oil changed, did some shopping, and it was good. Today, I taught myself something new, how to put timestamps in a video. It's really easy to do. So the last video that I posted that I made with my recipe of guacamole. Julie Tooley! Oh my gosh! You know what? I was thinking of you today. No, Julie. You're right on time. Nobody else is here, so maybe we'll just have a chat between us. Guess what? I finally screwed up my courage. I'm not going to get, I know different people think different things about the vaccination. I need to get out of Dodge. I know I keep saying that, but I'm really going to do it this time. In fact, to get ready, today I picked up dog poop in my yard. So anyway, and the weather's warmer. I just didn't want to go somewhere where the weather was cold and that I would be cold at night, even though I have a heater and everything. Oh my gosh, an RVer person. Hi, welcome. Hey, you guys, let me see. Let me see if I can post it. If anybody wants to come into the chat, they can. Let me see if I can get, oh, there we go. Copy the clipboard. And let me see if I can do this. Paste. Well, Julie, actually, I asked the lady this time about my hair because it's 50% gray. And I don't have a problem going gray. I just don't want to be ugly while it's growing out. So I'm still going to do this. And because I asked her, I said, could I actually color it gray and then go gray? And she said, you'd have to strip everything out of your hair, and it's really hard on your hair. So this will be me for a while. YouTube recommended me. Ha 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 ha. Actually, I haven't checked today, and I'm almost afraid to check. I've kind of tried to resurrect my YouTube channel, and originally my YouTube channel was going to be about RVing and my travels, kind of like Julie Tooley says. And then in 2019, I had both hips replaced, and then COVID-19 came, and I've been at home, and yeah, life kind of got in the way. So now I'm looking forward to traveling again. And so, but I just can't decide where I'm going to go. And Julie, I'm thinking about coming. Are you in Parker right now? I'm thinking about coming out there, or, you know, where I'd really like to go is to Mexico, but I'm a little bit nervous, not about the COVID situation in Mexico, just about going by myself. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. So anyway, Thin Blue Lane RV Life. Are you a full-timer? And if you're a full-timer, where are you? And then there was a huge silence. I can't believe that YouTube gave you that. YouTube would even notify me. Okay, Julie is still in Quartzsite. You know, it's okay. I'm just not fond of Quartzsite. There's just a lot of dust. So, and no Mexico for you and your wife. Oh, you're in Orlando. Well, I like to go to Puerto Penasco. I like to go for several reasons. One, it's only an hour from the border. Two, there's an RV park that I go to. It's dry camping. It's $10 a day. But there's showers there. There's a washer and dryer. The propane truck actually comes to the park and can fill you up with propane. And yeah. Yeah, Julie, I've heard different things about CBK and how he's doing or how he's not doing, and so, but I hope that he's okay. And yeah, that's nice that you got to meet him. Hey, Julie, if it's okay, can you kind of post? I mean, you don't need to go into any details, but is he doing okay? And did he get a medical diagnosis yet? Oh, insurance. You're preaching to the choir. It's like, yuck. Yeah, I just, you know what? Okay, here's the bottom line. I say this every week. I live in New Mexico, and New Mexico is not going to give the vaccine to people that are in my age bracket with no underlying conditions for quite some time. So I just don't see any reason to stick around here. And actually, almost 6 weeks to 2 months ago, because of El Paso, Texas, the virus was really rampant here, and I was pretty careful about not going anywhere at all. And I just, I just can't live my life like that. So yeah, I'm pretty antsy to travel. Insurance problems. Insurance is horrible. So yeah, I'm just going to be honest. Here's the thing with me. If I had somebody that was passing through where I live in southern New Mexico and they said, Cheryl, I'm going to be there in 2 days. Can you be ready in 2 days? And then you can kind of like caravan. I don't need somebody to take care of me. It's just that I haven't been in my RV traveling in so long that I kind of lost my mojo, and I'm kind of afraid to do it. And yeah, that's it. I mean, after the hip replacement, I don't have any problems with that now. I mean, I can hook up my tow car fine now, and it's just that after you stay at home for so long and you're used to something, you just get in a rut and you feel safe. And you're right, Julie, it is so much better with friends. It's like, I I need a push is what I need. I need a push, and usually I can self-talk myself into doing it, but it's been hard for me. I don't know why. I don't know why I have that um, cover of fear, I guess. And anyway, I hate it. So anyway, that's it. So basically, I've just been kind of like entertaining myself at home. I've been doing some cooking on YouTube. And that's kind of been fun because I do like to cook, but I'd rather be out hiking, riding my bike, exploring places, and yeah, that's what I'd rather be doing. So hopefully, well, I kind of made a promise to myself. Before February 15th, we won't talk about what's coming up on February 15th, but before February 15th, I do plan to get out of Dodge. And, I think in terms of safety from the virus, I think I'm just as safe, if not more safe, in my RV than I am here at home. I don't think I would run into as many people. I don't plan on, going to any bars or going out to eat. I see on YouTube some of the nomad channels, and they're all like partying like it's 1999, and they're like lights, and nobody has on a mask, and they're drinking, and there's like, oh, Julie, your birthday's tomorrow? Oh my gosh. Well, I know that you're younger than me. Well, happy birthday. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Okay, you said it before I said it. Actually, you're 2 years younger than I am. I'm going to be 69. I can't believe I'm going to be 69. But I'm going to be 69 on February 15th. But anyway, to go back, what I was saying is that my RV sitting in a lot, but I had it all checked out last fall, and my dog, and it's ready to go. The only thing that I am, oh, thank you. I clean up well. You never know what makeup can do. Anyway, I just got my oil change. Actually, I probably don't need to get my car checked out, but I did just get the oil changed. But I'd kind of like to take it by a place and just have them look it over. But you know what? That's just like, for me, that's just kind of like buying into the fear part again. So, because anything that happens on the road, I've had auto problems on the road before, and I've had RV problems on the road before, and I've always found a place to have them fixed. So that's really not an issue. Oh, here's another person. Hi, Marcia. How are you this evening? We're talking about me getting out of Dodge in my RV. So anyway, I said yeah, the only thing of it is that I just don't want to travel and have it be like 30 degrees at night. That's a little bit cold, because when I am in my RV, I don't like to run the heater at night. Well, I put the furnace on really low, and that comes on automatically if it gets really, really cold. But the way that I warm myself during the day is I have a Wave 6 heater, and it's what is that? Catalytic heater. And but I don't like to leave that on at night when I'm sleeping. There's just, it's just too risky for me. And of course you have to vent. You have to have vents open. Okay, Julie. Marcia, can you tell me, you don't have to tell me exactly, I'm not asking you to do that. Can you tell me generally where you live? Are you in the Southwest, Northwest, Southeast, Midwest? Virginia, wow. How's the weather there? You guys getting winter? Is there snow? The reason I ask, I've lived in southern New Mexico for, well, since 1996. The last year, I was born and raised in Indianapolis, Indiana. The last year that I lived in Indianapolis, we had a horrible snowstorm, and I worked for a school district, and they would never, like shut down and let people go home if there was a snowstorm. They didn't like to do that. So they waited and waited and waited, but finally they gave us an early release. By the time I got home, I had to get off the street because I lived in a condo complex. And you had to be off the main street so that they could plow the street. And I remember digging knee-deep snow in my driveway and sobbing because it was so cold. And I thought, I'm never going to spend another winter here. And I didn't. Julie, can I ask you, were there a lot of people parked over where you are? Has everybody kind of left Quartzsite after the RV show? And are you in the, I'm asking you too many questions. Are you in the, what is it called? LVTA, long-term visitor, LTVA. Yeah, long-term, whatever that's called. And I want to go, okay, I know you are, and I hope you find one. Well, Marcia, I have to tell you, I was a teacher, and every year on my summer vacation, I used to have these Toyota truck RVs. There's like a Toyota truck front, and then they built this RV in back, and they were just little mini motorhomes. And I had two. One was 18 feet, and the other was 22 feet. And then after I retired from teaching, I decided that I was going to buy the RV of my dreams, which was a Lazy Days. And I have a 1998 Class C 27-foot Lazy Days RV. And I love it. And I love traveling in it. But it is kind of a learning curve. I had to learn how to tow my car. That made me kind of nervous at first. But your car basically follows behind your RV. So yeah, it's a nice life. But it's a life right now that's been kind of hampered by COVID-19. And, people aren't traveling. And of course, the people that are north of us in Canada, they can't get across the border to come for the winter like they usually do. And yeah. So, but I'm pretty lucky in terms of like being able to leave because, of course, one, I'm retired. Two, my next door neighbor is single like me, and she's about my age. She has keys to my house. And she said she'll get my mail for me. And that's been kind of a major bugaboo before because I had neighbors on the other side of me that used to get my mail for me. But now, when I first moved here, when I would travel, but now she lost her husband and she's in her mid-80s. And I had a post office box, and I would transfer to the post office box when I was traveling. The post office would always mess up my mail. And so I didn't feel good about that. So I'm really glad that my neighbor, will get my mail for me. And of course, when I leave and come back, I'll bring her something for my travels to thank her. But there's no reason I have to stay here. And basically what I do is she's really nice. So basically what I do is I don't turn my heat off, but I turn it way, way down. And I live in a pretty temperate climate anyway, so even in the wintertime, so that's not an issue. And I just lock my house and jump in my RV, and there's no reason why I can't do that. I just need to take the plunge. And the funny thing about it is that once I get over the initial fear and I'm in my RV and I'm traveling, it's fine. I feel normal. I'm not afraid. I just, it's like that anticipation that I build up. And I'm angry at myself that I do that because that's just no good. So, and the other thing, if I went traveling this time and I didn't like what I saw and it felt uncomfortable, I have a safety net. I can come back home. I don't have to worry about that. So, yeah. That's what I should do. Anyway. Julie, if I'm able to get myself in gear and get out there, I'll bring wine. And we'll celebrate our February birthdays. I can't believe my dog is usually, I don't know where she is. Oh, she's on the floor. Thanks, Marcia. Actually, Julie's birthday is today, and mine is February 15th. Luna. Oh, you had a January birthday? Happy birthday. Luna. Poor Luna. She always gets a little bit not mad at me. I have to clean her eyes and brush her teeth every day. And come on. And she gets a little, after I do it, right after I do it, she's not liking me so much. Come on. Because I have this thing now that I've kind of read. I use it's for contact users. It's a sensitive solution contact. And yes, good girl. And I use that to clean her eyes. She has really bad tear stains. And then there's this stuff that you can buy on Amazon. But then when I read the ingredients, the main ingredients, it's the same thing that's in diaper cream. So, oh, I'm sorry, Julie, tomorrow. And so I used diaper cream under her eyes, and that way it kind of like doesn't let the tear stain stick to her fur. And oh, thanks, Marcia. She's a rescue. And then I'm so bad about things sometimes. I actually was better when I had my hip replacements and I sat in a chair, because every day I would brush her teeth. And the last time I took her to the vet says, he said, boy, your teeth look really good. But I have to start, I started in again, and she really doesn't like it when I brush her teeth. So, but there she is. Here, come on, look, Poopy. Let's see. I know, I don't like them either. I got them from the Dollar Tree. You know those goldfish crackers? I was at Dollar Tree and I saw these. They're made by Stuffers, I think. They're whale crackers, and they're supposed to be like goldfish crackers. There's just something about them that I don't like. The texture is different. They're harder, and I guess that's why they're $1 at the Dollar Tree. Well, the reason I use the saline solution is I read somewhere that it has boric acid in it, which is good. It's fine. And it doesn't really irritate her eyes. She just doesn't like me taking, I put it on a cotton ball and I clean the boogies out of her eyes. And, excuse me, she doesn't like it. She doesn't like me to mess with her. Now that's interesting, because what I use, in fact, no, it's not on this table. It's green. I can't remember what it has in it, but it's all natural ingredients. And you don't even have to use a toothbrush. You can just like put it on your finger and rub it onto your dog's teeth and gums. But it works better if you use a toothbrush. And so I can't remember what it's called. It's not that expensive. But I mean, I don't blame her. I would, I'm actually a little bit aggressive, and she's never mean. I just take her at the side of her mouth and I push it up and I get the toothbrush in the back, and, you know, I brush it about 20 or 25 times on each side. And I wouldn't like anybody to do that to me. so I really can't blame her, but yeah, she's a good girl. I just gave her a bath on Sunday. No, what's today? Thursday. I gave her a bath on Monday. And she fights me like a sumo wrestler because she does not like her legs combed. It's like she just, you know, just doesn't like it. So I bribe her with treats, and you know what? What is this stuff called? Oh, Tropiclean. It's green. Tropiclean. I don't know what it has in it. It's all natural ingredients. It doesn't hurt her. I wouldn't, you know, I'm pretty careful about. But it actually, you don't even have to use a toothbrush. After about 30 days, it just dissolves the tartar from their teeth. And it smells minty, and it makes their breath. The only thing that you have to do is after you use it, you have to withhold their food and water for about a half an hour so that it can work, I guess. And it does work. So she is you know, Julie, she's a good girl. And you have a beautiful dog too, and Max. You're funny because, you know what? How do I want to say this? I've never had a foo-foo dog before. Luna's kind of a foo-foo dog because I have to clean her eyes every day. I have to brush her teeth. I have to comb her. I have to bathe her. I bathe her every 2 weeks. You should have seen her. I tried to groom her myself during the lockdown. That did not work. And so I pay to have her groom. I finally found a groomer. Gosh, this is another reason why Mexico is so cheap. When I go to Mexico and I travel to Mexico, not New Mexico, Mexico, somebody grooms her for like $20, and they do an excellent job. And I found a good groomer here finally but she cost twice as much. In fact, I had this is so funny. I had my hair. I go to the what is it called? The beauty school to have my hair cut. If you just have your hair cut, it's $4. And if you have a cut, well, anyway, yesterday I had it cut and colored. The total was $21. So yes, good girl. So Luna's haircut costs twice as much as mine, which is funny. Yes, it's a good girl. It's a good girl. Can you hear her? She's kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of like snoring or something. She gets this like contented sound, and she's like contented. Well, Julie, you probably already know this. I had my other dog, Callie, Calamity Jane, got her. She was a rescue. I had her 15 and a half years. I adopted her when she was 6 weeks old. And, you know, she was just old. she was just old. She was 15 and a half, and I had to have her finally put down in Mexico. And but I waited too long. I waited way too long. I should have had her. I was just, it was selfish. Marsha's a hairstylist? Okay. Marsha, I used to go, when I was teaching, and I could afford it, I went to an Aveda salon. And they used all Aveda products. But the problem is, I never walked out of there for less than $130. And I thought, that's just ridiculous. You know, it's hair. It's hair. And I'm not saying, you know, I'm not saying that I, you know, how do I want to say? I'm hairstylist, you know, it's worth the money, but I just don't have that kind of money anymore to spend on hair upkeep. Okay, baby, here, there. Oh, you big baby. You're just a big baby. You're a big baby. So anyway, well, $130 is, to me, was a lot of money. And okay, Marcia, what kind of dog do you have? Sorry, I'm eating a little cracker because, no, this is for you, for me. I haven't fixed dinner. Oh, wow. Here's another person who subscribes to my YouTube channel. Hi, how are you? And welcome. What time is it in Indonesia? Marcia, it's so funny you said that. I kind of got into, I don't want to say trouble. There was a woman that I met on YouTube, and she's an esthetician, and she uses all natural products. And I like that about her. But the problem was she charges an arm and a leg for natural products. The markup has to be incredible. And I was kind of like a goofball, and because she posted something about dermatology, and do you need a dermatologist or do you need an esthetician? And I try to go to the dermatologist once a year because I live in the desert Southwest and the sun's pretty relentless. And he checks my face, and I'm pretty good at seeing if there's, like, you know, a spot that looks a little suspicious. And so anyway, I posted a reply that she must have not liked because she deleted it, about the skincare products I use. And the skincare products that I use are from a company called The Ordinary. And they have all the good stuff in them, and they're really reasonably priced. And so, yeah, that was a little embarrassing with this person, because she I don't know, she charged maybe between $130 and $150 for her basic skincare program, and I pay like $30 for a basic skincare program. So anyway, Julie, hats are good. I try to wear one all the time. I look like a dork when I wear it. My favorite hats are from a place in Oregon called Sunday Afternoon, I think it's called. But the hats are SPF 50 and they're pretty wide. You know, the brims are pretty wide and it covers up most of your face. So well, I didn't, you know, I wasn't thinking. It was like I was just sharing information, and I didn't think about, you know, what she was selling and what she was doing. And yeah, I don't know. Well, here's another person. You know what? I will never cease to be amazed by the people that find me on YouTube. Here's Jake's TV, and apparently he's from the Philippines. Hi, Jake. How are you doing today? I have to tell you something funny. I have to tell everybody something funny. Jake, I hope you're not 6 years old. I had an admirer a few weeks ago. He would come every week, and he was 6, and his mom, where was he from? I can't remember. Trinidad. His mom would post him cooking. Anyway, so he came on, and he was in my live chat, and there's a function on YouTube that you can get people not, you can block them. And I blocked him because, for 2 reasons. One, even though I've made it clear that my channel isn't for children, he was coming into, and that just didn't make me feel comfortable, and I did not want any grief from YouTube. And the other thing is that I thought, this is kind of an adult chat, and not that we're talking about anything whatever, but having a 6-year-old in, I don't know, it just didn't seem quite right. So anyway, that made me kind of feel bad, but I did it. Now, it didn't make me feel bad, because guess what? I spent 30 years in education with young children. I've paid my dues. Anyway, that's that. So the weather's turned warmer here. It was almost, well, not almost, it was over 70 degrees today. And So tomorrow I'm going to go to where my RV is stored, and I'm going to check it out, make sure everything is fine. And the only thing that I don't like about, keeping my RV in storage, it's a little difficult, is that I had it broken into last summer, and it was kind of, well, not kind of, it was upsetting. And apparently it was drug related because they dropped the policeman who filed the report, looked, and stuff was all over the floor, and there was a hypodermic needle on the floor filled with something. And he goes, "Oh, they dropped their hot shot." And I'm like, "What's a hot shot?" So, it was like, and then finally I had to Google it, and I looked it up, and apparently, these people, they wanted money for drugs. I'm floored. Carol, right? I've been watching your channel. I'm honored. Oh my goodness. Julie, can you stay for a second? Because this person, I think, is camped near where you are. Okay. Gee, too many things to think about. Carol, I'm so interested in your channel because I'm trying to screw up my courage. Okay, people are leaving. Julie's leaving. And Carol, Julie, I think she's parked out at the, I never say this right, LVTA? No, LTBA. Right. In Quartzsite. I don't know where you are right now. And okay, so I want to say bye to Marcia. Thanks for coming, and hope to see you again. But Carol, I've been home for a while. I had 2 hip replacements, both hips replaced in 2019, and then COVID came, and I kind of got afraid to travel. I have a Lazy Days RV, and I tow my Honda CRV. And so I want to get back out there, but I talked about this earlier, and if you have time, you can go back and watch if you have the time. Just a little nervous about traveling again, and kind of lost faith in myself, I think, about, being able to navigate by myself on the road and to do what I need to do. And before it wasn't an issue. And the hip replacement isn't an issue because I'm fine now. But the COVID thing is an issue because we were talking about ages. I'm going to be 69 on February the 15th, and I lost a brother to COVID. So I just don't feel comfortable traveling. Julie, Julie, there's a lady here named Carol, and I've been watching her channel, and it's really interesting. Glorious Life on Wheels. She's a van dweller, and I think she might be parked out near where you are, but I'm not sure. And it's kind of funny because usually the van dweller, nomad/van dweller people, it's kind of one big happy family. And usually, people know each other within those circles. And well, okay, you two. Hopefully you just have a few minutes to chat me up and get me going. I was really hoping, I've never had a flu shot in my whole life, but I was really hoping to get the COVID-19 vaccine soon. And it's not going to happen in New Mexico. They're doing people right now that are over 75. And you sign up online, and I got a response email yesterday that, oh, thank you for signing up, blah blah blah. We don't have enough vaccine, yada yada yada. Basically, don't hold your breath. We'll call you. I didn't know that, Carol. And you listed, I think you have a California address. I just need to break the cycle. I need to get out and see what's out there. And I know it's, I feel a little sad right now because I know that it's not the same, and there are not as many people out there, which is kind of maybe a good thing in a way due to COVID. All I can say is God bless you. That's just wonderful. Does your teenager travel with you? I have to tell you, I'm always so impressed because when you show your life in your van, you're dressed very well. And you look so nice when you're doing your cooking videos. And I even noticed when you were, I think the last one I watched was when you were interviewing Rady. And I don't know, Julie, if you know who Rady is, the Traveling with the Graham Cracker. I think I noticed your false eyelashes. They were pretty. I can't do that, but. And you know what? Okay. This is what I hope for on YouTube. And this is what I've always hoped for on YouTube. I worked in education for 30 years. I taught regular education. I taught special education. I worked as an assistive technology specialist. And I saw something blip, and it's like I had brain drain. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what my point was. My point is that, about my YouTube channel and why I have a YouTube channel. I don't want to make any money. Well, no, I mean, somebody gives me money, it's fine, but no, I'm not looking to make any money. That's not my reasoning. My reasoning is to meet like-minded people. And because I'm looking at Julie's comment. Because once I retired from education, of course, you see people every day and you have friends, but after you're retired for a while, it kind of drops off. And I have people that I know, but especially since COVID-19, I've just felt really isolated, and I just need to get out there and live again. So yeah. Oh, Julie knows Brady. Julie, you'll have to check out Carol's Glorious Life on Wheels channel because she just interviewed Brady. And it was interesting. My only, please don't take this the wrong way. My only issue right now is that I've watched videos of people in Quartzsite, and it looks like they're partying too hard and not worried about the V. So, and I'm not terrified, but it's just not something that I want to chance, because if you're younger, it's different, but if you're older, you don't know how the virus is going to affect you. And sorry, my nose itches. And I worked really hard to get to this point in my life that I could retire and that I could do the things that I wanted to do and enjoy life. So here's my plan. My plan is I'm going to leave pretty soon. And going to try to get out to Quartzsite, Julie, visit with you, and then hopefully when the weather gets a little bit warmer, I'm going to go on to Mexico. I'm going to go on to Puerto Penasco because I really like it there. I've been several times. The place that I go, it's dry camping. It's $10 a night. It's right on the water of the Sierra Cortez. And it's beautiful. It's not the same this year because of COVID. I'm not going to go to bars. I'm not even going to go out to eat in restaurants. But I just want to be able to park there, walk my dog on the beach, see the sunrise, see the sunset, and feel like a human being. That's my goal. Carol, I really like your van from what I've seen. And you had something that looked like a little fireplace or something inside, and I couldn't believe it. I'm thinking, how did she do that in a van? So, but I like my lazy days, and it's paid for. It's a little bigger than I like in terms of maneuverability, because I do tow my car, but I like it. I'm happy with it. Carol, are you getting ready to go back home, or are you going to stay out for a while still? Okay, Julie, you're right. You know, I don't need to be afraid because I can control that. But I will tell you this. The RV is going to be my safety bubble. Um, and, I want to socialize with people. I want to sit around outside, socially distancing and wearing a mask probably. But I I'm hesitating because I don't know how to verbalize it. I'm really tired of this element of fear that I've kind of like backed myself into. Because whether I like it or not, this is my life right now. And these are precious moments of my life. And if I stay at home and I don't fully live my life, I don't have anyone to blame except myself. Well, Carol, it's a 19 when I've had it like 5 years now, but it's a 1998. It has about 80,000 miles, but I am um, pretty picky about keeping it in good shape, having it all checked out, getting necessary maintenance done. I'm a little angry that I haven't been anywhere because I bought all new tires all the way around last summer. That was a chunk of change. And so I'm really proud of it because I've made some upgrades and modifications to it on the inside, and I've made it into a really cozy place because it's basically my home away from home. And okay, I just saw what you said. Okay, this has made me a little teary because I'm gonna get my life back, and I'm gonna do what I love to do. And what I love to do is travel. And it's what makes me happy. It's always made me happy. So um, I need to trust. So, yep. Julie, yeah, I know that. I think I know that deep down inside, but it's like I think one of the things that I need to work through is that losing my brother to COVID-19, and he was already sick, and he wasn't going to live that long, but he was in a care facility, and you know, assisted living, those kind of places are horrible in terms of like people getting the virus. And he got the virus and was gone in 2 weeks. And there were no goodbyes. and there was no funeral. So Carol, I want to talk to you more about this, how you did it to boost your lung health and immune system, because this is what I do. Probably not as good as what you do, but I take, I can't remember, I have these little packets. It tastes like, I don't know if y'all remember Tang, but it tastes like Tang, the orange drink. And they're little packets, and it's kind of fizzy. And I mix it with water, and I think it's 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C, and it has some vitamin D. But I bought these vitamin D drops, and I think I'm taking basically 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C and 3,000 milligrams of vitamin D a day. So, which is supposed to help. So, hopefully it is. You know, Julie, this is the truth, and it's not pretty. I hated the last 5 years that I worked in education because I worked as an assistive technology specialist, and the school district decided that they wanted to phase out my job. And I had to fight tooth and nail, because what they wanted to do is they wanted to, and I had all this training to do what I did. And they wanted to have me go back to being a teacher, which was fine if they're going to phase out your job. But they wanted me to go back to a regular teacher salary. And I said, no, you're not going to do that to me. I said, by phasing out my job. So I had to fight a very, not very pretty fight with administration. And I think I went back to teaching for the last 1 to 2 years of my career. But I was able to maintain the pay that I received as an assistive technology specialist. And what they were trying to do is, they're trying to save money. And they actually wanted to bid out for the job that I was doing. And they thought that, they would save money doing it that way. So. Wow. That's a lot of vitamin D. That's a lot of vitamin D. Well, I used to watch this guy. He was from Britain, and he talked about, taking, vitamin D, and no one's going to live forever. But the thing of it is that I didn't work as hard as I did to be where I am today to get COVID and be written off. So, yeah. Okay, you two. I'm going to do it. And I'm not just going to say that I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to go to my RV tomorrow. I'm going to check it all out. And the only thing that makes me usually living in southern New Mexico, I used to, when I was traveling from point A to point B, you used to be able, in Tucson, Arizona, there was a very nice casino there that lots of people would boondock at. And can't remember what it was called. Anyway, well, that's no longer feasible because they put in an RV park and charge $60 a night for you to stay there. So getting from point A to point B, I mean, Yuma's about 500 miles, I think. So I'll work it out. You know, the only thing, Carol, about that is that New Mexico state parks, I have to check. We've been in lockdown so many times, and things have been closed. There's no inside dining right now. And so I don't know if the parks stayed open. Usually I would, go camping. I think if I leave, I'm going to leave for a while. I'm not going to come back home for a while. I'm just going to bite the bullet and do it because I really, really want to go to Mexico because it's so beautiful there. And it's pretty inexpensive. So anyway. Okay, you two. I guess everybody else is gone. I had fun chatting with you guys. And you both gave me some good information and things to think about. And most of all, hope and support, which I really appreciate. So I'm going to wrap this up. Julie, happy birthday tomorrow. Hope you and Max are doing well. And Carol, I think I wrote it down. You have a live stream at 3 o'clock on Pacific time on Saturday. So hopefully I'll see you then. So thanks. Thank you for being two strong, beautiful women that cared enough to talk with me and give me advice tonight. Okay. Good night, everybody.